Welcome to the Will and Dewey show. Our celebrity couple name is Wooey.
We are not Wooey.
We'll see about that.
We're not Wooey. We're not going to be known as Wooey.
I guess the whole idea of the show is once a week we want to touch base. We want to hear your opinions. We want to talk about random stuff. We encourage you to chime in, ask questions, contribute topics.
Yeah, we should have a. It's pretty laid back. We should have a lot of. We've got a couple interesting topics to talk about. Some silly stuff, some more on the serious type.
Understeer, bad, okay?
Understeer is bad. As in, we're bad.
We're pretty not great at this, so.
We're filming this from the TH Motorsports office.
This is our super low budget production.
Yes,
so
and we're talking way low budget.
we're talking like a wad of tape, a phone, and an HDMI cable.
I can't even make that up. We threw this together in all of 10 seconds. I'm actually currently getting this shared over to a couple of our, oh man, shareception is coming on. Share. You get to see me work on stuff. I think for our first topic, should we do Monster Truck?
I guess let's do monster trucks.
But I gotta pull up Monster Truck. Monster Truck's gonna take me a second.
Alright.
I think for our first topic, we need to have a conversation about, are Japanese cars currently bad or getting worse?
I think that topic should really be, are cars in general bad or getting worse?
Yeah, but I do believe that the Japanese cars, this was brought on by
Moto IQ. our
Moto
friend
IQ,
over at,
Mike Kojima, great guy, wrote an article about this, and he is the most diehard Japanese car enthusiast probably on the planet. And he brought this topic up, and it really got me to thinking, how bad are Japanese cars lately? And, you know, there are a couple of standouts, but in my opinion, yeah, overall, the general, your general run-of-the-mill Japanese vehicle is getting pretty crummy, and they are falling behind in terms of quality, interior quality definitely, and even reliability of definitely the Europeans and some of their more base model stuff.
I mean, I think some of that comes down to a lot of things too, like the maintenance schedules that they put out and these sort of like ultra low emission standards, and as such they're, you know, running 0W20 motor oil that we try to stretch to like 15, 20,000 mile intervals.
But that has nothing to do with how boring and just blah these cars are.
No, it's a proven fact. If you put 5W40 Ratel T6 in, the car is like 50% more exciting right off the bat.
Right out of the gate. Put that Brotella in and get you fixed.
But I mean, like, basically I think what we're getting at is that, you know, Japanese cars, they lost their sort of visceral feeling. They're not fun to drive anymore. Mike talked about, you know, old Nissans, you know, like what did Mr. K want to do with Nissans as far as bringing them to the U.S. market? How do we keep them interesting? And he was not known as like a people pleaser. He wasn't a yes man. Let's look at, like, you know, pedestrian cars back then. The AE86. It was, it's a pedestrian Econobox car, but it was still fun to drive. It's rear-wheel drive. It's lightweight. It's got a great chassis. What are options now?
For something lightweight, and you have the BRZ FRS, and that's really it.
But that's not like an Econobox anymore.
You get decent gas mileage, and you have about the same amount of room as you would. And here's me defending against the. I'm trying to state is that is the only option. That's it. I mean, like, yeah, but you're right. On these, what's a cheaper, fun to drive Econobox? Let's look at Nissan's like 510. They're fine. Where's that? You can put somebody in the back seat of that. You can't. There's more back seat room in a 5 Dime, which is way smaller than a BRZ FRS. And a lot of this is crash standards, and I understand, but they managed to get the BRZ FRS to 2,700 pounds.
I mean, I guess we could talk about, like, you know, Fiestas, Focuses, Foci, Focal, I don't know.
The Fist.
The
Fist and the Fost.
They're lightweight, they're fun, they're relatively inexpensive. You can look at the Mazda 3, you know, for a long time it dominated like H-Stock autocross because there weren't faster options. And, you know, it's not a bad car, but is it necessarily engaging to drive? And I don't know. Are they good? Are they bad? What are your opinions?
Okay, well let's bring another angle to this. Let's move way up market. Okay, don't get me wrong, the GTR is fantastic, but that started at $65,000. It's now over $100,000, which is nuts. But let's look at the NSX. We've been hyping that car up for how long?
I think the NSX is a beautiful vehicle, but I think it really has lost a lot of its soul. It's I mean, the thing is, like, I don't know if you've ever driven like a first-gen NSX. It's not like this amazing.
I hardly
like,
fit in it. Like I bang my head on it.
Yeah, it's made for people like me. We're more compact, efficient people.
Yeah, he's artificially tall right now, just so everybody knows.
Right. So when you meet me in real life, I'm actually like only 6'4", minus like another 8 inches.
6'4" minus the 8.
But yeah, like the first gen NSX was, a lot of people kind of touted it as this amazing vehicle, but if you've ever actually driven one, it's sort of a little muted. It wasn't really intended to be that hardcore racer.
No.
It was intended sort of like this luxury, like sort of GT car, and it's fun to drive and it's a great vehicle, but the new one kind of even loses more of that. It's softer, it's easier to drive, it's even quieter than it already was.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the GTR. I think the GTR kind of loses its feel too. The R35 is, I hate to say, it's kind of a fanboy car.
It is. I mean, you can get caught up in the numbers, but you're not driving that car.
No, it's kind of, you're along for the ride. It's
Yeah.
a computer game. It feels like you're in a simulator.
I mean, if you want to play Xbox, and for the Xbox generation, it is the most fantastic thing out there. But I do believe you are removed from the
Yes.
experience quite a bit, and again, you're probably going to hear me honk on about Subarus quite a bit. I am a bit of a fanboy.
He's very much so a fanboy. It
But
took everything that we had to
I
get him to
am
put
a-
down his vape and like curve his brim a little bit.
Oh, you'll never see a curved bill on this thing. I predate Ken Block. But the analog car is dying.
It absolutely
and
is.
we're
But again,
we're wandering.
a lot of-
We're really tangenting here,
Well,
unfortunately.
we're not though, because our car's getting better or worse, and part of the reason that we're losing that analog feel is we're in the pursuit of efficiency. And why are we losing that analog feel? It's because we're going towards electric power steering. We're getting rid of your manual racks. We're getting rid of
We're getting rid of manual gearboxes in
right,
general.
and, yeah.
But are cars getting better or worse in general? I think we can. Any true car enthusiast, true hardcore car enthusiast, is going to tell you cars are probably getting worse overall. But with that stated, you can still go buy a Golf R with a stick. And honestly, the argument is there between a Golf R, an STI, and a Focus RS. And if you're taking somebody who doesn't understand cars and sticking them in all three of those vehicles, they'd be nuts not picking the Golf R, and that comes from a Subaru guy. They'd be crazy not picking a Golf R.
Let's just say go 10 years older, buy an S2000. S2K is best 2K.
We can have that argument all day long. My 10-year-old STI would stomp you. But I think the Japanese in general, or in particular, I should say, have fallen further behind than everybody else. And I actually think it's been a really nasty decline. And some companies have tried to stick to their roots, whether they're doing it because they don't want to move on from what they're already doing, Subaru, and just reusing the same drivetrains and transmissions and things like that, or they've done it. They have actually brought something new to the table. Again, Subaru with the BRZ FRS. But no, let's move back. Let's look at Honda. Look at the new Type R.
Yeah,
It's gigantic.
It's huge.
And it's still front-wheel drive.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's trying to be an STI, but not doing a very good job.
What is it?
What
is it?
That brings me to another point. Why do all new cars look like Decepticons? Like, are they Transformers robots in disguise? I think the answer is yes. Granted, by all of my friends on Facebook who have pictures of cars as their profiles, I'm severely disappointed in all of you. I expected more Transformers for friends.
Yeah, I got to give them that. They do look like Transformers. Korean cars look like fish. I don't know. They do though. They all have, and I think they're all growing towards this egg shape. In like 20 years, all cars are going to be shaped like an egg.
Eggs are the most efficient form of something.
They're
sure.
efficient at being an egg.
Right. Don't worry, in 20 years, the eggs are still going to be designed around people with my stature.
See, Timmy brings up a point. I mean, we used to, as Japanese guys, or Japanese fanboys. I'm not a Japanese guy, as you can tell.
I'm
but,
not either, but
yeah.
that's neither here nor there, I don't think.
But he brings up a 997 GT3 6-speed, which is what people are like aspiring to. Even guys who haven't driven a 997 with a 6-speed, myself being included in
You're
that.
missing out.
I've been told that, but I aspire to that type of vehicle because it's got a stick.
I don't know. The PDK is pretty amazing, though.
Yeah,
And
but
the
I
PDK
just, it's not.
The PDK still makes DSG farts.
Still, I mean, DSGs, don't get me wrong, I've driven a DSG quite a few times. DSGs are super nice in traffic. If you
Yeah.
lived in Chicago or a large
perfect,
city,
yeah.
and, LA or something, you had to deal with traffic all the time, and you kind of wanted your cake and eat it too, makes a lot of sense. But for bombing down back roads and just pure driving
Sure,
enthrallment.
there's no involvement with
Yeah.
those automatic transmissions. This is what they are. I mean, just because it doesn't have a torque converter doesn't mean it's not auto, but
They are fancy autos.
they are. But it's a good auto, at least, right?
Yeah.
It'll rev match
I
your
mean, I guess
downshift,
you're,
it'll
that's like
flip
saying
it.
this is good tasting shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like.
I mean-
do you want me to get you a Bud Light?
Yeah. I don't know. And again, back to the original topic. Again, Mike Kojima brought up a lot about the current Sentra. You used to be able to hop in a yield normal, run-of-the-mill Econobox Sentra and still have a good time.
Right.
The current Sentra, you wouldn't want your friends to
It's
see you
terrible.
in.
It's the interior is awful. I feel like they've somehow made backwards progress as far
Yeah.
as build quality. Panel gaps are awful. New cars rattle right off the lot. It's just, I don't understand. And then the way that these cars kind of age and degrade is just, do we not believe in taking pride in our work anymore?
And they do fall apart a lot quicker. They just do not have the same. They're not taking the same steps for making this car last over the next 20 or 30 years. This is a 5-year throwaway car at max.
So I guess part of it comes down to is like, as a society, is are we making cars worse because we treat them as expendable and disposable?
But we're still charging the same amount. That's making. So are you saying us as society, we're at fault for this, for not demanding better?
Yes. No. Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I guess there's probably a little bit of truth to that, is we have allowed them to get to this point by not saying this is crap. I can tell you, my parents, back when they used to buy cars, they would kick the tires a little bit. They wouldn't see it on the internet and go, wow, that looks sweet, and then just run in and buy it. And I think we get a lot of that these days, too.
Yeah.
A lot of guys don't really look into what they're buying. They just show up and get it.
Right. And I think a lot of it, too, has to do with just, again, that's just kind of how it's ingrained into us. Like, this car is amazing. Like, there's can not be anything wrong with it. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily do their due diligence when they're buying a vehicle. They don't get to, like, really know it, test drive it. But then, we kind of hate those kinds of people, too, right?
Yeah.
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 Like, don't test drive my car like 15 times and like come back and be like, oh, I'm still not real sure
I don't
about
know. The cup holders, if it was a couple inches over, I'd be sold. Like, oh, no. So I think we pretty much hit that. I didn't get I don't know how did we learn anything from this? Have we came to any common ground? I think you and I went into it kind of agreeing with that, and that's
I think that you'll find that with Dewey and I, we very rarely actually learn anything from our conversations. No. It tends to be a lot of, like I said,
we talk at each
about
other.
Nothing, right? He just kind of uses me as like a wall to bounce things off of. If I don't say anything, he still takes that as agreement.
So he agrees.
And I assume now that Dewey's going to look up some monster truck front flips, which begs to ask the question, why?
Yeah, monster truck front flip happened.
Why is this happening?
This was a world record monster truck front flip. We're going to try to put it up on our screen over here.
You want to drop that link in our comments too for those people who Might want to view it later.
Yeah, I could probably do that after I figure out where my mouse is, because I'm new at this and I'm about terrible.
Are you
what am I
like
doing?
80 years old, don't know how computers work?
Yes.
Come on, man.
I'm like half millennial. All right, here's the link for that. And go back over here. Let's make this big. And I'm sure a bunch of you guys have seen this. I guess we're on HD, but it sure is.
Here's a secret. Dewey told me to watch this, and I didn't actually watch it. So
you haven't seen this
I
yet?
haven't seen this yet.
Oh,
that's amazing,
dude! Have you seen how big monster trucks are?
Yeah.
Like, and then he just crashes the thing. I think we get a couple of different views. I hope we do.
I think that's how monster trucks work. Is that you do like one really cool thing, and then you immediately
Dude,
crash it.
the weight that is whipping around in that. Now, what I've got to ask is, watching this, insurance rates for these events they just went through the roof overnight.
Well, I mean, look at how many people are packing that stadium.
It's incredible. I mean, here comes a double backflip. But, I mean, the guy literally did. No, go back.
How many backflips is too many backflips?
Yes.
We're gonna watch some sweet commercials too.
No, we definitely are not going to watch the
Lala
commercials.
Anthony, TV personality.
Again, this is just absolutely nutcase incredible. I mean, the amount of weight, he had to have like passed out. He had to have passed out. It really is an incredible achievement, I think, just due to the amount of weight and being in the right spot at the right time. I don't know if he was just trying to ride a wheelie out and it happened, which kind of even makes it better.
Coming to Grid Life 2017, Dewey tries to attempt a front flip in a 2005 STI.
So, Gingerman's got a couple of interesting bumps on the infield. Get the crowd worked up, right?
I was just thinking that, we're going to get you real drunk and kind of just like roll you around.
I don't drink, so you're screwed.
We're just going to like wait for you to fall asleep in your tent and flip it around then.
Just attach me to something. That'd be awful dreams. Somebody needs to set up AdBlock Plus on their browser.
Yeah, right? Come on, amateur hour.
Yeah, I know.
Again, this is like the worst millennial ever.
I'm terrible at this.
Apologies.
I really can't call myself a millennial.
It's okay. You can't figure out how the phone works either.
I'm like the
I get Dewey's
bubble end of
calls
Gen X.
all the time.
So, yeah.
What kind of comments you got over there?
Other than being yelled at about AdBlock Plus, and Luke is asking, was this planned or a wheelie gone wrong? I'll be honest, Luke, I don't know. I didn't know if nobody said if it was planned. Nobody said if it was it was just something that went crazy. The fact of the matter is he landed it, and I mean, I don't think anybody would question Travis Pastrana for doing the double backflip if he did it on accident.
Intentional though.
Yeah.
Also, like they show the whole like I'm training to do a double backflip.
That's true.
I'm doing backflips into a foam pit.
I mean,
I would like to see him.
Has this
training.
ever been done in private? I don't know.
I'd like to see him training to do this in private, like on like a little like what do they call those, like big tykes? The power wheels.
Power wheels?
Right? He's like zooming around his power wheels, like, all right, I'm gonna do a front flip with my power wheel.
Oh, but those have like plastic wheels. I mean, that would be hilarious to watch. But
I think that.
have you ever seen modded Power Wheels?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, modded
I was
Power
about
Wheels
to
are the
suggest.
best.
I think that's the thing. We need to start a Power Wheels like racing league. I'm all about racing leagues for terrible ideas. Nobody ever.
But it's
got to
be a full league. It can't just be a one night. No, you've got to have a point structure and everything.
The point structure is always that I win.
So, I wish I could go back on these comments. I'm bad. I'm bad at this. Okay, well.
I think next week we're gonna let me handle the computer. Maybe. Dewey
Then I
doesn't
can
want me
call
to look at all the
commentary?
right. Dewey doesn't want me to look at all the weird stuff that he looks at work.
Hey. No. I'm just saying.
Not say it, just say it.
Okay, now we have to wander into a rant segment, because rants have to happen. Rant. You should probably just pop that up. Okay.
It's kind of like pants. Oh, there goes the whiteboard.
That just happened. I can't wait to see this. Look how awesome that just looked. And no. Okay. Somebody's got to say something about this. Folks, when you buy a car, I understand you just bought this new car and nobody wants to. It's nice and it takes effort to walk to the back of your car.
Take the license plate frame off.
Take the license plate frame off. Why are you want to look
Why
like
are
a
you
total
advertising for this company that you just spent a lot of money with? Like, are they giving you money to like parade their stuff around? Speaking of which, TH Motorsports has these wonderful T-shirts for sale that we're definitely not using for like walking billboard advertisement. But no, take the license plate frame off. It's going to take you 5 minutes. Stickers, decals, pull them off. CarMax, I hate seeing CarMax decals on cars.
Yeah.
Especially nice cars.
Oh, running around with CarMax decals, running around with, or when they go through and they put their own emblem on the back of your car. MotoWorks is really bad about this. I'm calling you guys out.
Yep.
You're running around your Porsche. This is your brand new Porsche, and you got a MotoWorks plate frame on, or whatever. You buy a Subaru and you got a plate frame on. Guys, it's so tacky. It is so. You want to just show you have no idea what's going on. Plate frame.
What's really funny though is if you change the logos, like instead of getting a Mazda 3, maybe you add a few numbers to it. It's a Mazda 3.1415926.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's where we're going.
Yeah,
we're gonna throw pie in this.
Maybe if you get a Subaru, you turn the letters around so it says you are a bus.
Yeah, but plate frames, no more. This has got to stop. I'm gonna start taking pictures. The nicest cars with plate frames. I see it all the time in the Subaru community. I see brand new STIs come rolling in. The very first thing, I wouldn't even leave the lot until the thing was off.
Dewey's all about public shaming.
I am. It's the fastest way to get anything done.
I don't think that's true. No.
So, I guess we're going to open the floor to any comments, anything like that. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, I mean this is our very first show.
Josh Lewis, are you hired?
We never even said our name that he unanimously decided for us.
Yes.
Snap Understeer.
We did too say in the beginning. We said this is Snap Understeer.
I don't know, like maybe.
This is Snap Understeer.
This is Snap Understeer.
If we did, let's cover that right now. This is Snap Understeer.
Oh look, Eddie's messaging us. He said mega.
License plate frames. No, you're not being replaced. Warranty is all worried. Can we get a close-up of Will's left nipple? No, you may not.
Right. Is this my left?
Here. Yes, Timmy, we will see you guys at Grid Life. I'm desperately trying to get the STI together right now. Will, are you going? What's your situation?
How to win Street Mod Round 1. Have a finished car.
Yes,
That's all
just
it takes.
be there.
Calling all of you out. Devin, Bradley, I don't know, all of you other guys whose names I've temporarily forgotten / don't know. Finish your cars. Otherwise, dude's gonna run in Street Mod just so he can say that he won.
I'm gonna run Street Mod with a borderline stock STI, and I can almost guarantee at this rate I'll place. If I win it, we're all gonna have a cry. Your logo looks like a V.
You look like a V. How does that feel? I bet it doesn't feel very good.
Adrian, it takes a lot more than that to win Street Mod. I bet you'll be surprised, buddy. My HPDE times have been, I haven't won, but I would have placed in just about every Grid Life event I've been at so far with the stock turbo STI. I would have been in street all-wheel drive. You guys street rear-wheel drive, you have a war zone going on. There's no joke. I totally agree with that. But, I mean, you have to show up to win something, and from the sounds of it, nobody's going to be there.
Right, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That is true. What do we got? Matt, tell him what's up.
Also, like, we're out here in Chicago. Any of you guys want to stop by the office? We're going to try and do this every Wednesday. Come have lunch with us. Come say hi. Come join our show. Jump in here. We appreciate comments, criticism. Mostly criticize Dewey. Because, you know, I'm perfect.
Yeah.
It's true.
I'm a screw up. So at least I'm ballsy enough to let everybody know. I'm secure in my screw upness. Neil was asking, do we have license plate frames? No, not yet.
I've got a Sharpie though,
You
so
can
I can just
on
write it
something.
up there, like hashtag DeweyFab or something.
And I don't even have problems with, let's say, like a shop that you're representing, or even to a point, you're a huge fan of whatever dealership you may have gotten this from, but most of these people aren't. I mean, oh, here's the best. Here's the best. Going back to license plate, you bought your STI, a couple years old, got it from a Kia dealership. Your STI's running around with a Kia badge on the back of it. Really?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's bad.
That's pretty bad.
That's bad. You've got an S2000. You got your Chevy plate on the back of it.
No, that's how it works.
And that's.
You've never driven a Chevy S2000 before?
I'm sorry. The Chevy sold the Cavalier in Japan under a Toyota badge.
Yeah.
They have TRD parts for Cavaliers.
Yeah, it was the what was it called? Wasn't it also a Geo at some point too?
That I don't know. But it was the other way around. They sold Corollas here as Geos.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
of. Correct. And a Prism, right? That was the Geo. The Prism?
I think that was. I think it was
Right.
the Geo Prism. Was actually a Corolla. So I bought my GMC from a Dodge dealership, has a Dodge plate frame on it. Then take it off. You're proving my point here, dude. Like what are you doing, man? Thoughts on TJ Hunt?
Who's TJ Hunt?
Who is TJ Hunt?
Who's TJ
Should
Hunt?
I know who TJ Hunt is? Hold on, let's take a look and see who TJ Hunt is. Is that dude in blue? That might be. What? Oh, this dude does
this
like
thing.
car reviews and stuff like that, right? Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't know the guy.
Should we know the guy?
I don't know.
Do you know the guy?
Should I know the guy?
If you know the guy, tell him to send
What
us
are
a
your
message.
thoughts on TJ Hunt? Or TJ Hunt and TH Hunt? I don't know. Had. Okay, Matt. That's fine. But I'm just saying, the way that read, it's not okay. Steve. Dewey thinks his engine will be ready. Yes, this is my buddy Steve. He's also the guy helping me get my STI motor back together. He's the guy putting heads together right now.
My understanding is a couple of SR20s go for a premium a week before Race Wars. How do we feel about EJs?
EJs before grid life? EJs are always going for a premium around this town.
They're broken.
Hopefully Steve can help out with that. Yeah, I got a feeling this weekend's going to be pretty nuts. I'll probably have a bunch of stuff up on my personal Facebook. I'll put some stuff up on the Snap Understeer Facebook. I'm not trying to hunt for likes here, but throw us a like. We're new at this. We want to try to get out to people. If questions, comments, concerns, anything, feel free to throw it in there. We'll see if we can make this show better.
We got a message already. It said that I'm unfollowing. There's only 2 pictures on this page. Well, first 2 pictures are free.
Yes.
Just get a little taste. After that, we're going to start to charge.
Snap Understeer on the Ford Escort Cosworth in Forza was terrifying. Yes, Snap Understeer is amazing.
Question. Does Snap Understeer turn into Oversteer if you start going backwards?
I think it's constant oversteer if you're driving backwards because the rear wheels are steering for you. How do you feel about being soft? I don't even know if I want to answer that question.
Soft.
You'll get more
experience.
likes if there are close-ups of Will's nipple.
Who is saying that?
Adrian.
Oh, okay.
Adrian loves you.
Adrian, we're going to get you some nipple shots later. Shoot me a message. You know.
That's a Snapchat
wink,
thing.
wink.
He does the full 10 seconds, I promise. So you get enough time to,
Screenshot it. Yep.
Yep. Gotta keep it right.
Pro tip: if you don't want people to know that you screenshotted it, do a screen record instead.
100th like on our Snap Understeer Facebook, we'll get a free T-shirt. We'll shoot one of these sweet TH Motorsports T-shirts that he's
If
wearing
you
right
want,
now.
you can have the one that I'm wearing.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
nipple's been all over it.
Right.
You just have to
at you,
specially
Adrian.
request for Will's
Right.
nipple
You're
T-shirt.
going to have to unlike and re-like as soon as we get near 100 likes.
And yeah, but yeah, like I just said, 100 likes. First one to 100 likes, we'll throw a T-shirt. Again, we just threw that up today, so we should be getting pretty close. And I'll just count backwards as I hit like, and we'll go from there. Permanent photos required. Well,
I mean, if it means retaining your viewership, well, we can work something out.
Make custom nipple snap understeer shirts for Adrian. Timmy's gonna hook it up.
That's our good friend Timmy. He runs his custom apparels, I guess.
Yeah, he's doing custom apparel now. He's got a ton of track experience. We're gonna try to have him on the show one of these days. He used to work for a
Power Stop.
yeah. I was gonna say somewhat prominent brake company, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, either way, yeah, he used to work for Power Stop. He's ventured out on his own, and he's the guy can wheel. Got some videos up of me chasing him down in an Evo. Then he's got a video of me running away from him while he was driving a Golf R while I was in a stock STI. But yeah, he can drive. I can just drive faster.
You, like spinning, going off road, 4 wheels off. That's my specialty.
We should post some links up for people to comment on our terrible driving.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should be good times. Other than that, I think we went for about 20 minutes or so. So unless we get anything else. What? Timmy, you work for Power Stop again? Since when? Or MegaWare Inc. is where you're working?
This is very complicated.
I don't know where you're working. Timmy, tell me where you're... Oh, you work for Power Stop. Okay, so are you back for driving for those guys? We're going to see you at all the Grid Life events? Yes. Okay, good.
I like how this is going. This should be a private conversation. Thanks, Timmy. Thanks, Dewey.
Hey, that's fine. Timmy's good people.
Timmy's good people.
I want to make sure people know
I feel like we're excluding some other people here.
There's other people. You want to talk about your nipple some more?
I think Adrian wants to talk about nipples some more.
I think we've talked enough about your nipple.
What about your nipples?
My nipples are fine.
We'll just shoot you a pack of pepperonis. I think that's the way to do it.
Oh no. Okay. I can't
Anything
think of
else?
we want to. We covered just about it. We got the plate frames. We got the.
Yeah.
Let me take a
Well,
look.
yeah,
See
we'd love to see more viewer involvement in future episodes. I feel like this went pretty well for our first time ever on the interwebs, on the FaceTubes, on the MySpace.
We are going to try to do this every Wednesday, though that's not saying we won't pop some stuff up here and there if we're at events or something like that, but we are going to try to do this every Wednesday, roughly around the same time. We'll try to do our best. I'd like to try to get it down to more closer to like 1 o'clock time frame.
Right, that'd be nice. Today we were waiting for an HDMI cable.
Yeah,
literally spur of the moment. Decided to do this.
We were planning on starting next week. We should have a little more organization to what we're doing next week, and we won't drop our whiteboard on the floor.
That's what I said, but Dewey's all like peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure.
He's freaking out.
And
I just like to wing it. So, well, there you go. Adrian takes lunch at 1, so he's got plenty of time to sit and watch.
This is perfect.
Our biggest fan already.
Our only fan.
Maybe we should get Adrian a t-shirt too.
We'll cut a hole out of it for you, Adrian.
Just for Adrian. Or we'll just send him the nipple area of your shirt. Alright guys, we're going to sign off then.
Alright, thanks for joining us. Snap understeer. That's us.
That's us. That's what we're gonna try to make this thing happen. So again, next week, if you got any questions, we're going to post a bunch of stuff up on the like page. A lot of us driving and chasing people down. Hopefully Timmy can find that video. Timmy, because you have hid that video.
It's because it doesn't exist.
Oh, it definitely does. He
It
showed it to me.
No. Eric doesn't actually drive ever. He actually drives like a big wheel around.
You went to UIUC to do this, Will?
Yes, I did. My wonderful college education has me making really terrible Facebook Live videos.
This is what happened.
Good creeping.
Alright guys, it has been fun. Actually, for me to kill it, I think I gotta go over there to do it.
Oh, this is really hilarious.
We don't
guys.
have a remote yet.
Next week, I'm going to take a video of Dewey trying to set up our Facebook Live on...
Please no. Alright guys, it's been real. See ya.
Goodbye.